What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. This is a collective reading for anybody and everybody who clicks on this video. Let's get started with a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. So keep in mind that this is a general reading, not a personal reading. If you want a one-on-one personal reading with me, information's in the description box down below. I'm also running a 29% off automatic discount for the entire month of September in that website in the description box down below. There's no code that's needed. It is automatically applied at checkout. But the message I'm supposed to tell you for today is don't stick around to find out what the tower means. And I'm going to get really specific about this, but some of you might be pulling the tower in your own readings, or you might be seeing readings where the tower is being pulled. The tower is not scary. The tower is always divine intervention. And when things seem like they're falling apart, they're actually falling into place. I love the tower because the star comes after, and the star is all about restoration, healing, inspiration, ideas, things like that. So the star always comes after the tower, which I think is beautiful, but your guides are trying to tell you to not stick around to find out what the tower means. So I do feel like this message that I'm channeling for you is a bit of a cautionary message or a warning message, but it's not to scare you. I think your guides are just trying to let you know that these tower moments are avoidable. These moments of destruction and chaos and confusion are avoidable. And that's why we do things like tarot, and that's why we talk to the divine and our spirit guides and things like that, right? So that we do have knowledge and information before we make decisions or before things happen. So I'll say it again, do not stick around to find out what the tower means. Now, this could be about relationships, situationships, work partnerships, your job in general. It can really resonate for you in whatever way. So however it applies to your situation is however it applies, but do not wait around to find out what the tower means. I was doing a personal reading for a client yesterday, and I pulled the tower card, and I kid you not, as soon as I pulled the tower card, the fire alarms in my apartment building start going off. And I was like, that's a crazy synchronicity, but not surprising for someone like me. And normally the fire alarm will turn off after like 5 minutes if it's not anything serious. So we waited. I was telling the girl I was on the call with, like, I think this is a synchronicity for what we were talking about. And she's like completely agreeing. And so then the fire alarm doesn't go off, and we're like, okay. She said she was around for the rest of the afternoon. So I took Wrangler, got off the call, and we went down outside. And when we went outside, we had seen that there was like a truck that hit the ceiling of like the parking garage for my apartment building, and it hit the sprinkler, and so there was just water gushing out of the ceiling, and the fire alarms are just going off on the inside and the outside, and there's firemen who are like coming to the rescue, and it was wild. It was wild, but it was divine intervention because Wrangler got to socialize with another French bulldog and I think another like pit bull, and he doesn't get to socialize a lot, but he does sometimes, and so it was great getting to have that. And a bunch of us from the community in our building went to go get coffee together, so we got to have like a little community bonding, and Wrangler got to socialize. I'm tapped out on my social battery, I can't lie, I cannot lie, but it was a really beautiful thing that wouldn't have happened if the person who was moving in didn't hit the sprinkler with that moving truck. So yeah, but I was just like, that's crazy. I pulled the tower card at the exact moment that the fire alarms go off, and then that happens. And I was trying to tell the person I was doing the reading for, like, I'm pretty sure that this is an omen for you. Like, your guides do not want you to stick around to find out what happens when the pipes burst. You know what I mean? So yeah. Don't stick around to find out what the tower means. Some of you are definitely pulling the tower, or you're seeing the tower. And I do feel like for some of you, you're just being told to like get out of it now while you can, or before the tower hits. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else I needed to tell you about that, but if I do, it'll come to me. All right, spirit, angels, ancestors, tell us more about this message, please. Look, the devil card. The devil card. I was getting this message too about you can't help those who don't want the help, and you can't help those who aren't willing to help themselves. So some of you might be staying in these situations because the other people need help, or the other party needs help, whether this is a romantic thing, a friendship thing, a work thing, whatever it is. You feel like the other side needs your help, and maybe they do, but they don't want it, and they're not accepting it, and you can't force them to take your help. I do see that some people are going down a path of like addiction and battling their own demons and dealing with like loss and grief and breakups and choosing substances, and that's why your guides are trying to get you out before it gets too bad. You're not the one to help them. They need to help themselves, or they need to go down this dark path to be initiated, because sometimes we are like initiated into our spiritual awakening through the darkness, through this like this devil energy. Yeah, I do think that the devil can be helpful sometimes too. Karmic devil energy is helpful sometimes too. It helps us to challenge ourselves. It helps us to grow. There's so many like good things that I get from the devil card and the karmic energy, but obviously we're not working with that energy. You know what I mean? There are just some people who are like giving up or really struggling with like facing their own demons, their own inner wounds, their own inner battles. And yeah, your guys are just saying that you're not supposed to be sticking around to find out what the tower means. Because I am getting that if you keep ignoring red flags, you're going to be the one who gets hurt in the end. I've had to go through this recently in a situation too, where I just kept ignoring the red flags because I liked the other person. And it's like, okay, there's 11 billion plus people on this world for me to like, you know? And my guides kept showing me signs, and they kept telling me, like, you're ignoring your intuition. You're ignoring the red flags. It's only going to get worse. Stop entertaining this. And I was like, no. And now I get it. Now I completely get it. So I listened to the warning, and I will be avoiding the tower. And so many of you can and will because of this reading too, which I think is awesome. And because of your own personal readings too, because some of you are pulling the devil card energy and the tower card energy in your own situations when it has to do with like these work things or these relationships or these friendships. And it's really your guides trying to let you know, like, something's about to blow up in this situation, and we want you out of it. We want you away from harm, away from danger, away from this tower energy. For some of you, this might have to do with a moving situation or like travel too. Oh my God, guys, wow. I saw this vision the other day of the earth erupting, because Mother Gaia, she has been put through a lot. Okay, these humans have put Mother Gaia through a lot, and she's not loving it, right? She's not loving it. And the earth knows how to heal itself. So when there are like natural disasters, I believe, and you're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe, I believe that it's the earth trying to heal herself and try to release stored energy, just like how we do. Like, imagine yourself. If you're storing like anger and sadness and whatever, you're just suppressing it, eventually you blow up. Eventually you can't tolerate anymore. It becomes so frustrating and you have a crash out. You have like this explosion, right? A lot of us can relate to that. If you can't, you're lucky. Okay, but most of us can relate to this like suppressing or pushing things down to be dealt with at a later time, or to never be dealt with, but we can't escape ourselves. We can run, but we can't hide from ourselves, you know? So eventually things come out, and sometimes it's not so nice when it comes out the 25th time, right? So I just have been channeling this like eruption energy from the earth, and I saw her like spewing like lava and fire. It was really interesting. I was seeing like craters, and she was explaining it to me. Mother Gaia and I were having a conversation. She was explaining it to me like how when people get like acne and there's like the stuff on their face, and I'm not judging anybody if you have that, absolutely not. We're beautiful as we are. But what I'm trying to say is that it's like stored energy, things that are just like trapped beneath the surface. And she was showing me her like being tired of holding on to certain things, and so she was erupting, and I just saw this huge like big explosion of like lava. So there might be some sort of volcanic eruption that's coming up, or that's happening. I think there was recently in Hawaii, but this feels different. It doesn't feel like that. Okay, again, this whole message is not to scare you, but it is to kind of let you know, like, there are tower moments coming. There are things crumbling as we speak, and things are falling into place. But the tower can look like destruction. It can look like devastation. The tower card, let me find it. Look, but it's always a blessing. Holy shit. Look at the new beginnings and the new starts that come because of these tower moments. But some of you are going to get to like skip to the good part because of this message. Hallelujah. Because we're avoiding these tower moments, we're gonna get to just skip to the good part. the opportunities, the good connection, the real people, the community, the money, the thing, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, literally. But let me find the Tower card for you in this deck, because I just want to show you. It's not a pleasant energy, but it's always divine intervention. Always, without a doubt, the Tower card is divine intervention. Which I think makes sense with the eclipses that are going on right now too. I keep talking to my people about eclipse season because we're in the thick of it. So if you're feeling like really exhausted, really drained, a little bit more emotional than usual, kind of wanting to do nothing, maybe feeling lazy, that is all normal. You are in alignment with eclipse season. Eclipses are very hard on our physical body. And we just went through the lunar eclipse, and the lunar eclipse comes to like take anything and everything, anybody and everybody who does not align with our future self, does not align with our highest self, right? So whatever is not for our highest good has got to go, and this eclipse energy takes it away for us. We don't even get to have a say. Some of you haven't heard from people in like weeks or like a week and a half. The eclipse took them out of your life. Your guides don't want you to go chasing after anything either that has left your life or that is gone or has died in the past week and a half, right? Because we just had that lunar eclipse on the 7th and the 8th of September. Okay, so the lunar eclipse comes in to like help us remove blockages and help us remove delays that maybe we don't know how to, or maybe we don't feel like we're ready to take care of, but the eclipse is like, no, you're ready, it's gone. And then the solar eclipse is coming up on the 21st of September, and I believe that that's going to be kind of like a road opener or like a path opener in which the path forward is illuminated. So for those of us who have been feeling pulled back or delayed or stagnant, that is all over, because the lunar eclipse is going to help illuminate the path forward. And for people who are like really seeking guidance and clarification and direction in their life, that is also going to come in for us with the solar eclipse. I really truly believe that the lunar eclipse was meant to kind of like take away whatever was holding us back and whatever was draining us or using us or not for our highest good. And then the solar eclipse is really like, here's the new path. Now you're on it. It's illuminated. Let's go. That's how I am viewing it. Okay, back to the tower though. Look, it's on fire. There are people falling out of a building. Things are crashing and burning. And this is what I'm saying is happening now or is coming up. I do believe it's happening now in the collective, but in like a collective, like global scale, but I believe that this is also personal for some of you, and in a personal level, I think it's coming in, which is why I'm here to deliver this message that you have an opportunity to avoid a catastrophe or a tower moment, but you have to listen to your intuition and you have to stop ignoring red flags. If there is a partner who is only wanting to hook up or is only wanting a situationship or is just being really confusing, hot and cold, those are red flags. Those are all red flags showing you that this person is not committed to you. This person is not interested. If they wanted to, they would, okay? If they wanted to, they would make an effort. If they wanted to change, they would change. If they wanted help, they would accept the help. And that's a big thing I think is coming up here too, because some people are really turning to substances or some sort of addiction here, with the devil card being the first card. And some of you want to be the person to help. You do. You're a natural healer. You're a natural helper for a lot of you, but this isn't your job. Your spirit guides are saying that you're not the one to help them. It's not that you can't or that you won't. It's that they need to help themselves and they won't accept the help. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, is one of the biggest spiritual messages I had to integrate throughout this journey, especially with being a reader and being a healer. I want to help. I truly want to help, but I can't help everybody, and I can't help people who don't want to help themselves. And I also have to make sure that I'm putting me first, and I'm prioritizing my health and making sure that I'm helping myself first, because we can't pour from an empty cup. So yeah, if this is a work situation, some of you feel like it's time to get out. You feel it. Please do not let the fear of the unknown stop you, because the tower is inevitable. So if you do not listen to these red flags, if you do not listen to your intuition, the tower will not be avoidable. And again, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to give you the message that your spirit guides want to get across here today, okay? If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. But the tower is inevitable. So at some point, it is predestined for this tower to happen. If this is in work, Some of you are scared about not having another job lined up, or you're scared about job security or financial security without this job, and your guides really do not want you to have this fear of the unknown, because the tower is happening inevitably. So you can either avoid this tower now, get out now and go look for something, find something now, or you can wait for the tower to come. You can wait for the destruction, the falling apart, the layoffs to come, because I am hearing that for some of you, there's people falling out of a building. And I'm getting that these layoffs are unexpected for some. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth. Spirit said, look, I'm here speaking the truth today. The Ace of Swords is truth, honesty, clarity, right? And so some of you feel like there's layoffs coming within your corporation, within your job. I know that's not going to resonate for everybody, but I read for a lot of you. And you can feel that they're coming, but whoever you're asking about is lying. Because some of you, maybe you're talking to a boss about it, or you're talking to management about it just to like see, and they're telling you, oh no, there's no layoffs coming, oh no, we're fine. And it's because they want to take advantage of you as a worker up until the layoffs. And then boom, the layoffs happen. These people are not expecting to be thrown out of the tower or to fall out of the tower. You see what I'm saying? Okay, thank you, Spirit. So yeah, don't stick around to find out what this tower is. Don't stick around to find out what Spirit means by the pipes bursting. Okay, and that was another message too, is that Spirit will use whatever means necessary to get the message across. Like my personal reading yesterday, how crazy was it that Spirit used me, my building, the fire alarm, the water just exploding out of the garage ceiling, to get the point across to the personal reading, to the person I was doing the reading for, where it was like, hello, the signs are cautioning you, like the signs are trying to let you know to get out before the tower hits. Yes, thank you. I feel really good about that. I feel like I got everything out that I need to get out there. Your guides, your angels, your ancestors will use whatever means necessary to get the point across, okay? And do not stick around to find out what the tower means. That's what I've got. Okay, I want to pull these Moonology cards. I'm hearing you deserve better, or you deserve someone better or something better, and you know you do. I do feel like for some of you, this situation that's going on in your life is trying to teach you your worth, and is trying to teach you how to claim your worth or require your worth. I was going to say demand, but I don't love the energy of like, I'm demanding my worth, because we can't force anybody to do anything. We can't really force things. Everything is in divine timing. Everything is on the divine's plan, right? But we can require our worth. Hopefully that makes sense. I feel like I can't elaborate on it, but I think that that's what's going on here. A lot of us are being taught lessons about our worth and how we view ourselves and what our self-worth really is, and then people are reflecting back to us an old version of our idea of self-worth. Hopefully that makes sense. And that's what Spirit is like trying to get us to recognize and see right now, is that these people are projecting and mirroring a past version of us, an old timeline. And that's why Spirit is saying get out now before the tower hits, because if this is an old timeline, it's already crumbling. You know what I mean? It's already crumbling. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Last message for this collective. You are good enough. Amen. You are good enough. You are good enough right now as you are, as we speak. You were good enough, and you will always be good enough. If you made it this far in the reading, I want you to put it in the comments. I am good enough. I have always been good enough. I will always be good enough. Really claim the energy. Your guides want you to know that you are good enough. You are good enough to get out of these situations. You are good enough to avoid these towers. You are good enough for these blessings that are on the way to you. But some of you can avoid towers and get to the blessings sooner. Hopefully that helps you, but you are good enough, and that's where I want to leave this reading. I'm sending you so much love always. Please hit that like button for me if you enjoyed the video. That helps to push the reading out, and it helps to get it out to people who need to hear the messages. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet already. We'd love to have you as a part of the family, and that's completely free to you. Put a little comment down below. Maybe it's the I am good enough stuff, or whatever else you want to put down there. I would love for you to engage with the community. And if you want a personal reading, information's in the description box down below. Keep in mind that there is a 29% off discount the entire month of September, and it automatically applies at checkout. Please keep in mind that that website is the only place to get a personal reading from me. I will not ever reach out to you to ask you for money or to ask you for a reading. Please do not get scammed. Okay, I think that's everything. I really appreciate you guys. I'm sending you so much love. Take care of yourself, stay hydrated, and I will see you next time. Peace. You are loved.